is W6, where RJ Broadhead dives into the who, what, where, when, why, and how they all come together for a Tiger Cats win.
The Tiger Cats visit the Argonauts on Saturday, 7 o'clock at BMO Field. It will be the Tiger Cats' 14th game of the regular season. Just 4 games remain after this one, so it's the home stretch. Welcome to W6. I'm RJ Broadhead. We'll hear from Malik, Carney, and James Butler in this episode, so let's get at it. Tiger Cats sit with a 6-7 record. They're tied for second in the East Division with Montreal. They've won 2 straight and will try to win 3 in a row for the first time this season. The Toronto Argonauts, they're the defending Grey Cup champions. They're 11-1 this season. They've already clinched first in the East. They're the only 11-win team in the CFL. They've beaten Hamilton all 3 times this season. In fact, Hamilton's never had a lead in the 3 meetings this year. So what do the Tiger Cats have to do to win? Been a noticeable difference in the last 4 games. The Tiger Cats have scored no fewer than 27 points in any of those, averaging close to 30 points per game. They've won 3 of those 4. The only loss in there was against Toronto. The Argos were able to put up 41 points, which is the second most the Ticats have allowed this season. In Game 1 in Winnipeg, the Bombers scored 42. So stopping the Argos' offense will be another key. To do that, the Ticats will have to get pressure on Chad Kelly. The Argos have allowed just 12 sacks in 12 games, which is by far the fewest in the CFL this season, so it won't be easy. Here's the plan from Thursday's birthday boy, Malik Carney, who leads the team in sacks with 5.
It means a lot for us, man. Just keeping that momentum going. We're capable of beating, as they say, the big teams. But in our eyes, we are a big team. So just continue to do our job, be the first aggressors, and play relentless. I think that's what's going to go a long way for us.
Big challenge has been getting to Chad Kelly. You're a key guy in that department. You don't have a sack against Toronto yet this year. How do you get to him?
Being relentless changes up my angles. Just being relentless and working hands, being powerful, finesse. Making it hard for him to block and continue to just get pressure on him. Get hands in his face. If we're not getting to him, hands in his face, getting knockdowns.
You seem to be getting a lot of attention there. You had that streak where you had 4 sacks in 3 games, and have they been focusing on you a little bit more since that?
as I've been watching film, I've noticed that they have been giving me a little more attention as far as the blocking schemes. But that's I just look at that as respect. So I just got to keep going and find different ways to get to the quarterback, even if I'm double team or chippers or, there's occasional times they'll leave me one-on-one, just make the most of those opportunities. But again, just being relentless in my rush. If I'm not affecting the play, I know one of my guys are, and that's what it's about, feeding off each other, playing with each other, and communicating up front.
That interception, you got a bit of a background of a receiver at any time in your career?
I actually do at receiver. My first position, once I first started playing, I tried out at receiver. Ended up playing defense, and I just jumped around from running back to defense. I tried a little bit of safety, too, my first year playing, but at some point in my high school career, that running back and that linebacker stuck with me on the long run, and then ended up playing defensive end once I got to college.
It's been tough to get takeaways against Toronto. You guys had a few against Winnipeg. How important is that to winning a football game, to get those takeaways?
Yeah, takeaways are very important to a game, defensively especially winning. It doesn't guarantee anything. It just gives you a greater chance to win. And, the more takeaways we get, the greater chance we have of winning that game. So, that's a vocal point at us. We know that, 34 doesn't have any fumbles, so we're going to try to get the ball out from him as well as the quarterback, and just being relentless with our strips at the ball and great tackling, low leverage tackling, and playing Ticat D, man.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What are you doing for your birthday?
Man, just studying. Nothing changes. Celebrate my birthday, talk to the fam, keep going. Yeah.
Pretty good way to spend a birthday, focusing on Toronto.
Yeah. As you get older, those birthdays just become days, and you just live it, man. Appreciate it.
The Tiger Cats will also have to win the turnover battle. They haven't been able to do that in any of the 3 games against Toronto this season. The Argos lead the battle head-to-head 6-2. This game is at BMO. The Ticats won the East Final at BMO in 2021. Since then, they've lost 3 straight regular season games in Toronto. The Tiger Cats have played some of their best football on the road, though, this season. They've won 4 straight and have a 4-2 record away from home. The Ticats have allowed the second fewest points on the road this season. Only Toronto has allowed fewer. In comparison, at home, the Ticats have allowed the 3rd most points. So at home, 3rd most allowed. On the road, 2nd fewest allowed. The last meeting between these teams was the Labor Day Classic, which the Argos won for the 2nd straight year. In that game, the Ticats fell behind 17-0 in the first quarter. Falling behind against Toronto has been a big problem. In the first quarter, Hamilton has no points in 3 games. They've been outscored by the Argos 32-0 in quarter 1. That's led to big leads for Toronto at halftime. Toronto has had a double-digit lead at halftime in every game against Hamilton this season. In the 3 games, Hamilton has 1 touchdown in the first half, while Toronto has scored 8. The second half has been better. Hamilton actually has outscored Toronto in the third quarter in the 3 games this season, and both teams have scored 5 touchdowns in the second half head-to-head. Getting off to a good start like they did against Winnipeg is important for the Tiger Cats. Let's check in with James Butler about that.
Man, just go out there and execute. You know what I'm saying? We've seen these guys a lot. We're going to continue to see them. So just go out there, execute, do the best we can.
So I always love when I throw little tidbits at you. Did you know that Hamilton hasn't led for a second in 3 meetings against Toronto this season?
No, I did not know that. That's interesting. And, that just goes to show that we gotta go out there and try to start fast.
And you did in the last game against Winnipeg, and good result there. That's the other thing I was going to throw at you. In the first quarter, you've been outscored by Toronto 32-0. Haven't scored in the first quarter. So that's statistically, if you get off to a better start, you have a better chance.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Starting so like that and having to play, come back for a good team like that is never going to be easy. It's always going to be a uphill battle. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be – this game's going to definitely be about starting fast and executing.
Good to get back in the end zone last week?
Yeah, it felt good. 100%. Definitely felt great.
I missed the celebration. What'd you have going?
I just did a little dance. I've been more casual with the celebrations, but I got some heat planned this week though for sure.
Because it's Toronto and they had a pretty flamboyant.
They had a good one. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously I wasn't happy with it, but I can love a good celebration. They had the Michael Jackson, they had the hammer. I get, you know what I'm saying? So. Kudos to those guys. You know what I'm saying? I know it's an entertainment business at the end of the day.
How's the team feeling? I know the fan base is seeing a big turnaround and the success, and now you're into the final third of the season. Are we seeing the team peaking at the right time?
Yeah, I think so. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is, like I was saying at the beginning of the year, it's a brand new team and a lot of new faces. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like getting to know guys and building that camaraderie. And I feel like we're finally starting to build that camaraderie and play for the guy next to us and really love on each other. And I feel like the closest teams and the best teams in this league, obviously you've seen, those are teams that have been together for years and have built those relationships. And I feel like we're finally starting to build those bonds, those relationships, so we can start start playing for each other and playing with each other. So I feel like we are peaking at the right time.
Just watching that game against Winnipeg, they seemed to do a pretty good job, but everything seemed like work in that game for you, but you just kept coming. Is that the kind of game where you just hope something breaks eventually?
Yeah, 100%. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Winnipeg has shown in this league to be a great team. You know what I'm saying? They're never going to give you anything. That's most teams in this league. So we knew it was going to be a grind. It was going to be hard, just like this week. It's going to be a grind, and they're going to make us earn everything we get.
And just finally, this game in Toronto, you can't catch them for first place, but 100%. This would send a message, and it would solidify around the league that the Tiger Cats are back.
100%, you know what I'm saying? We've known what our reputation has been outside the league, you know what I'm saying? We see the rankings, we see all of that, but we know what the guys we have in this building, you know what I'm saying? And all we can really do is control what we can control, you know what I'm saying? We can't control what happened in the past, we want to control moving forward. So we just know that all the rest of these games, you know, there's no game that's not going to be a hard one, it's not going to be a dogfight, but we're ready for it and we're prepared for it, and we're excited for the trajectory we're going. We're just going to keep trying to ride his wave.
So why do the Tiger Cats have a chance in this game? Well, Taylor Powell is a big reason. He continues to progress. The 24-year-old leads the CFL with a 70.2 completion percentage. He's thrown for 9 touchdowns this season. 4 have been to Tim White, 3 to Terry Godwin, and 1 each to James Butler and Tyreek McAllister. And he's only thrown 2 interceptions in his last 5 games. The regular season is winding down. The playoffs are on the horizon. The Tiger Cats still have to punch their ticket. But we know the East Division title goes through Toronto. The Argos have already clinched first place in the East Division. So a win on Saturday does so many things for the Tiger Cats. It means they beat their biggest rival. They give the Argos some doubt. They stay hot in the final third of the season. They win 3 in a row for the first time this season. They continue to peak with the playoffs on the horizon, and there's a chance a win could put the Ticats alone in second place in the East Division. Montreal plays in Calgary just before the Ticats and Argos, so we'll know what the scenario is going into the game. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock. Go to BMO Field if you can, but no matter where you are, you can listen to the Tiger Cats stream at listen.ticats.ca. Luke is off this week, so Andy will join me in the booth for the call at 7 o'clock. Bubba and Mike Daly have the pregame show at 6.
Now that you've got your W6 for this week's game, give the Ticats Audio Network a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you find your audio content.